let's get straight into it. Marriage, a union of two souls, the pinnacle of human intimacy, as they always label. As a typical teenage boy raised in a traditional household, I am expected to get married, get a child for my grandmother and my parents to basically spoil around. But I guess due to my growing arrogance and ego, I thought about it, questioned it, analyzed it, and defied it. I am sure daughters could also relate to this, but as a first as a firstborn male offspring, there's something way more deeper behind it and unique. Anyway, so why do I bring such a heated topic? Well, as you may know, majority of my fellow men in my generation are not even thinking, are not even planning of getting a wife and starting a family. Foreshadowing of something. Well, some might get a husband or become the wife itself, but anyway, pause. Anyway, jokes aside, many Gen Z men are not planning to get a wife and start a typical family, and I am one of them. So, why even is that? Well, besides the reason of being an incel living in my parents' attic this time, I legit don't see why should I get a wife and start a family. I don't see it as a necessity. Sorry, anyway, I don't see any. I just don't want it. My very own brain doesn't desire such a thing. And also, introspectively, I do not see marriage as a wise and prudent decision no more. And obviously, one of the main reasons is because the prices of the basic needs are now very high, higher than last time. And the opposite sex just expressing their retaliation and sometimes straight up hatred towards us, and literally labeling all of us as monsters, though this could vary in where you know in where you live and just overall different types of people. But in my experience, I am witnessing rising day by day, just straight up hating and disrespecting the men entirely. And it's kind of hard to understand why. I mean, we're literally just a bunch of teenage guys. I do understand, I do understand where they're coming from because, 90% of the crimes are done by men, etc. on and, behaviors and blah blah blah. But let's put all of those besides. Me alone, I actually see living alone, not lonely though, unmarried and sexless, and potentially a 40 years old virgin IRL adaptation, a way more happier and more prudent lifestyle than having a nagging wife and two children. Plus, you have more freedom when you're single. But as long as you have money, obviously, if you don't have cash in you, your life is miserable as always. Anyway, but as long as you have some cash in you, of course, kidding. And quick background context. No kidding, I once dreamed of myself living alone in my apartment with my dream PC set up and going to the beach of Monaco while giving my golden plated jet ski a spin. I know I am selfish for having such earthly desires. I know, but just saying, bro, like, it's not that deep. And also, I believe there's a life beyond and can beat a typical married life with a child. I think we're narrowing and isolating human potential into parenthood. And that's bad because it prevents you from reaching total self mastery. But I ain't really got no right of saying this. I mean, I'm still kid, so what do I gotta contribute? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so just like what any other YouTubers always say, thank you for watching. But as always, I am not here to show you that I need to be pitied. I don't want to be disrespected. I mean, I I'm not trying to be self-pity here. I'm just trying to say and address certain topics of what I think about this decreasing populations of men wanting to have a wife and children. But what do you think? In the comments down below.